Hello and welcome. I hope everyone's doing well. I'd like to touch a subject today that everyone has on their mind and has been living with the last 2 years. I want to touch COVID. And what I want to specifically touch about COVID is something that no one's discussing. Everybody's stuck on the same wavelength and following each other like lemmings down the aisle, hopping off the cliff one at a time. It's like nobody could think for themselves. So I want to put this out there and lead y'all in the right direction. Okay, I've been studying this thing for 2 years here, since it started, and from what I've gathered, is we're dealing with an alien origin here. We literally have an alien inside of us. Now, this alien may be an old friend of ours, because if it can affect mammals, then that may just be proof that we have origins on the red planet. Now, that's neither here and there, but we will touch that on another video. I'm going to get into the fact that everybody knows that under the last years of Obama, at least the last years, money was going from that administration to a lab in China. Now, we do things in labs in other countries that we cannot legally do here under treaties and things. That's why we do them in other countries where they could be done at. Funding them makes sense. Okay. For the last, 10 years, we've been exploring Mars. Samples of everything you can think of: water, ice, soil, air, precipitation, ice caps, radiation scans. And we found out there was 2 massive radiation scans, like it was nuked. Blown up things, tunnels underground. We found life on Mars. Now, if there's organic organisms, moss, we found supposedly just moss, there has to be bacteria. Bacteria, disease, virus, whatever name it goes by. Bacteria is the most prevalent life there is, most abundant. So if there's moss, there's bacteria. There's water and oxygen. There's an atmosphere. I believe, and I'm pretty sure, that this virus came from Mars. When we send soldiers to other countries, they vaccinate them. They get them ready to face not only the seen enemy, but they get them ready to face the enemy that we can't see, the viruses, the bacterias. We vaccinate our soldiers, indoctrinate them with vaccines to face biological enemies. Now, we have full intentions of colonizing Mars. As you all may know by now, we're building 150 ships in space. We've already taken supplies up there and started building the things that we need to get to Mars. It'll be a 3-month trip each way. They're building 150 ships that rotate around each other, connected, 2 ships at a time, connected to a almost like an arm bar system. And they rotate around each other at the speed of the Earth to simulate the Earth's gravity, to keep muscle function and sanity during the 3-month trips. During the 3-month trip for the passengers, to keep them mentally stable, and their physicality in shape intact, so they could get there and do the work of colonizing this planet and bringing it back to life like it once was. Now, they found this thing on Mars. They brought it back and they put it in a lab where we could do specific experiments on human beings, because that's what is going to face is us. Now, if they were to go, imagine this. If they were to go to Mars, bring this bacteria back to Earth at its full strength, it would wipe the human race off the face of the planet. Understand, these variations are no more than weaker versions of one virus, leading up to the full strength of the virus. The human body cannot withstand the full strength of the virus all at once, even vaccinated. We are getting small doses of this virus at a time, and we have to be vaccinated just to receive that. That's how powerful this virus is. It serves many purposes. You can see this. Political, it got him the White House. It got him Senate. It got him the Congress. Multiple purposes serves the elite. And over the next 10 years, we will see exactly how many beneficial qualities this pandemic had. You know, people are so focused on that it's being built. This was manufactured biological warfare, pretty much, on the human race by the American government or the Chinese government. But we know for a fact that the American government funded the lab in China, so it'd be a collaboration between them both for population control. Especially given that this is the first year where there's not a single life on this planet more than there was last year. Effective population control, yes. However, given the fact that we are populating another planet, we don't need population control. If anything, we need a larger population. People are going to die. We have a whole nother planet to populate. We need a larger population. We need to get this planet kicking. That takes manpower. So it doesn't make logical sense that they would thin the population at this point. Given that they know where we're going, we are officially a space-faring race. That is what we have become. Science fiction is no longer science fiction, folks. Science fiction is reality. What once was science fiction has become fiction. We are living in the second great age of exploration. We truly are discovering a new world this time, not just lost land on our planet. And I just don't if I look at it from the perspective and the angle of the Bilderberger Group, one of their agendas is, yes, population control. Their agenda is pretty much total world domination. That's why it's the only members are like the absolutely top of the food chain financial wise. The people with the control and the power. Because if I look at it through them, a year before the pandemic, Bill Gates, Department of Defense, the DoD, Moderna, which was a brand new company, the COVID vaccine was their first vaccination ever, and Pfizer. They were all appointed to a pandemic task force. And then a year later, we have a pandemic. Now, I was on the same page as you guys there for a while until I opened my eyes and my ears, tuned out all the bullshit around me coming from other people's mouths, the same rhetoric being repeated from one person to the other, and looked myself, which I sincerely invite you to do. Don't ever take someone's word for anything. Always look yourself. So, I was on the same wavelength there, and I can't. It's something that does not make logical sense. It really doesn't. I mean, yeah, if these are evil sons of bitches in skin suits, reptiles in skin suits that care nothing for the human race, yeah, I could see this. I really could. I really can. Um, Not to say that's that far fetched, but that's not what it is. I'm telling you, that is not what it is. This is what it is. This is exactly what it is. We are being indoctrinated. The whole of humanity is being indoctrinated in order for us to colonize our first planet other than planet Earth. Gaia, whatever you may call this wondrous blue marble that we live on. Under Obama, the Department of Defense, maybe under Bush, who knows when they actually developed it, but the Department of Defense, the DoD, developed a biological warfare program. And it was a technology developed in this program. And what they do is they take a virus, because understand, a virus does not die. A virus lays dormant until it has a living host. Now, this living host is everything. Without a living host, a virus is nothing. So what they do is they take a bacteria that can be activated via satellite signal. They implant the virus within this dormant bacteria. Then they proceed to chemtrail an area, a country, many countries, whatever they choose to chemtrail. You remember chemtrails? I remember chemtrails. The last year's Obama also chemtrails, which really makes me wonder I'm going to leave that out to my audience. When was the last time anyone saw a chemtrail? Because I only have my eyes and my ears. But as a network, if we can collaborate as one and share knowledge, it's easier to find the truth. When was the last time anybody seen a chemtrail? See, the chemtrails is how they spread this technology they developed, biological warfare program they developed, this system, the chemtrail. Now it sprays, it lands in the dirt, trees, water, and it can stay there 10 years. When they decide to activate it, they send the signal. Now you have a live virus infecting the population, hence pandemic. This is not coincidence. And furthermore, look at the name, Corona. Corona is part of your eye. No, it's not just the beer. It's part of your eye. The part of your eye that looks like a nebula in space. That is the corona of your eye. I looked at the virus. It don't look like a corona. So why is it called corona? Is it because it came from outer space? It's the coronavirus. Extraterrestrial entity that can kill the human body. Now, you think they would tell us about that? Tell us that they brought an alien organism here and infected the population with it to further their own agenda? No, they wouldn't tell us. These evil sons of bitches, they ain't gonna tell us nothing. And they're just letting us run with this very widespread conspiracy theory about population control and about tracking. We track ourselves with our cell phone. Dumbasses. If you're that worried about being tracked, go off grid. Completely solar. Ditch your cell phones. Ditch the internet. Ditch every computerized device that you have, including your house phone, because you're being recorded. It's under the Patriot Act. You're recorded and you are tracked 24/7. Don't believe me? Go to the stock market and look up Clear Solutions. It is a biometrics program, a company that use biometric systems to identify us by our ears and our eyes. They don't need to see our faces. And they put it in our coffee shops, our stadiums, our movie theaters. The place you don't see them putting in it is the borders, our airports. They're not putting it in places they track for terrorism. They're putting it in places where they track their own people. Why? That's neither here nor there on this video anyways, but that's just to show you it's not about tracking us whatsoever. Sterilization, they already have those programs in place. They already had people talked into killing their own children at abortion clinics, which were established to keep people of color, to keep the population down. The woman who made them, she has a whole book on it, a whole book on eugenics, and how people of color need to be depopulated and stopped from breeding. That was their sole purpose of Planned Parenthood, was to thin the population of people of color. But they do it in ways that make you think you're doing it for your own good. So all their stuff works. It's good for you. And they spoon feed it to you and you eat it right up. So jumping right to that is ridiculous. That's what you get from people with mediocre mentalities who can't think beyond their own 2 feet. I'm making this video to help other people, help them truly understand what this virus is and what exactly is going on. Now, I don't know what the top tier of this virus is. I don't believe we've seen it yet. This one that's currently out is called the Omni. Well, I see something that's a lot more ominous than just that version. And I believe we're in for a lot worse. And hopefully, which logically it makes no sense that this is the only monster that they found. This is just the first monster from space they found that they're showing us. I pray and I hope that we don't have to go through indoctrination of more viruses that they found, because this one was bad enough. And it's going to get worse, people. Get vaccinated. Get vaccinated. Get vaccinated. Get vaccinated. This thing is killing. It's deadly. It's deadly. You literally have an alien organism running around the earth killing people. Our bodies were not made for this. Whatever species seeded us from that planet that were able to contract their disease, they were equipped for this. Think of it as an alien common cold. Our bodies are so fragile. And I want to hear back from people. I want to hear back from my viewers. If you hear this video and you see this video, I want to hear back from you. I want to hear your opinion on this matter. I want to know any insight anybody has on this matter. And I want you to understand, turn the TV off. The TV's shit. The TV's full of lies, deception. Understand, this is not the age of technology. This is not the age of exploration. This is the age of deception. The only way to truly fix this would be to be total annihilation of the elite and the elitists, and to start from scratch with basic people from the basic level of humanity. Start over like the forefathers intended. Left is our gun with our rights to hold guns where no one could take them in order to sustain democracy. And when, not if, when our government became tyrannical, when it was tyrannical, it was our duty, our responsibility. We received the gift of freedom. It is not our choice. It is our responsibility. It is our duty and our obligation for accepting the gift of our forefathers who shed blood without question for the betterment of the future generations. They didn't hide behind their children and say, oh, I have kids, I can't do anything. If you really cared about those children, you would care about their futures, and your life would, not to say you don't have meaning, your life would be to you expendable compared to the future of your children, for your children living oppressed and in this slave system where the dollar is the whip and a politician is your slave driver. That's just where I go. But most people are sheeple. They don't understand. They don't care to understand. They're comfortable and they hide behind their money. And they say, well, just as long as it's not me getting the short end of the stick. Oh, it's not me, so it doesn't matter. Oh, it's not me, so it doesn't matter. Until it does matter, and it is you. By then it's too late. I think everyone needs to wake up. I think if you hear these words, let them resonate. Listen to what I'm really telling you. It's straight out. I don't bullshit. I don't beat around the bush. Wake up. Open your eyes. Understand when they tell you you're not good enough, whether it's straight out or it's through that TV, that's just another weapon in their arsenal that they have, that they utilize to make you think you're not good enough. It's just a big mind fuck, people. You're perfect the way you are. You're born to be exactly as you are. Every living life on this planet is unique. Everybody has their own gifts. That's what makes us a whole. That's why we congregate and come together. Because not one of us has everything. That's why they divide us. Know that you are precious. And understand, you will never have freedom on this planet. The system's not designed that way. This is a slave system we live under. So you have to find freedom within. That is the only freedom you will find on this planet. Find peace within. Love yourself. Love those who love you. Don't let a politician that comes on television and yells racism when they have all their investments in prisons to enslave people of color and eat it up like it's gospel. Think for yourselves. We are venturing out into the stars. It's time to reach a higher level of consciousness. My name is Justus Thompson. This is my theory. And I welcome y'all to come back and check out some more videos that I'm going to be posting pretty soon. We're going to touch GMOs. We're going to touch the elite. We're going to touch ayahuasca, psychedelics, gene splicing, more of the red planet, Saturn, the moons of Saturn, the belts of Saturn, Tesla, Elon Musk, politics. Oh, politics. So much in politics. So many lies and deception. We're going to touch a whole lot here. I'm just starting out my channel here. I hope you found this video helpful. If I left anything out, feel free to message me and ask me, and I'll respond. I'm also going to come out with a podcast, and we're going to discuss live on these podcast subjects that are of interest and very personal to me, and that I have quite an extensive knowledge in. I know I'm leaving stuff out here. I'm doing my best to keep it all in my head at once. This is totally unscripted. This is off the top of my head here, just off knowledge that's in my head. I'm just spitting it out as I go here. No script, no photos, no nothing. Just pure knowledge to you, right off my brain, from the heart. I hope you can appreciate it. I hope everyone finds it well within them. With that, I'm going to wrap this up. I wish you everyone a happy new year, and I'm out.